League of Legends Dominion is the largest update ever. So we wanted to create a new game mode for League of Legends, and specifically capture and hold, because capture and hold mechanics add a lot of really cool elements that don't exist in Summoner's Rift. Veteran League of Legends players will really love Dominion because it really boils down the best elements of the game they already know and love into a short and intense 20-minute gameplay session.
There's 5 capture points on the map, and they all start in a neutral state. So it's kind of a race at the beginning for players to establish a strong foothold early in the match. Throughout the game, players are constantly switching between capturing points, trying to overtake them, as well as defending points that are being assaulted.
There's more combat, it's more intense. Games are a lot shorter. They can go from 10 to 20 minutes, and you also progress your character a lot quicker. So people are getting Infinity Edges, Last Whispers, things like that, 10, 15 minutes in. We really tried to create as much drama and excitement and back and forth as we possibly could. Death timers are far lower than Summoner's Rift. The rate at which you're killing opponents and being killed is much quicker. It's just a much more frantic pace. For experienced players, there's a whole new layer of teamwork to master in terms of how you can fake an attack on a point, or how you can group up to take a point, how you can group up to defend. While Summoner's Rift requires exceptional teamwork to win, I think it only requires it at certain key points of the game. Whereas in Dominion, I think that great teamwork is rewarding all the time.
Dominion is fast and Dominion is fun. The game is focused around small skirmish team fights. So 1v1, 2v2, 2v3 if you're unlucky. Each game is about 20 minutes in length on average. And we really feel that it just captures a lot of the awesome parts of classic League of Legends without some of the slower parts. The game's never really over until the very last second. It's always possible to come back in Dominion, and so there's no feeling of inevitable loss.
We've also included a new feature in Dominion that we first revealed in Battle Training, which is the idea of quests. These quests will appear over the course of the game and basically incentivize you to perform particular actions on the map. For instance, maybe you receive a quest that says, hey, control the bottom 2 points and you'll get a large reward. These sort of quests then break up the flow and change things from what the standard approach may be at the given time.
Dominion is a great example of how League of Legends will continue to push our genre forward. We've put a huge amount of resources behind Dominion. This is a project that has been massive in scope. It's involved artists, engineers, designers. It's a massive effort with dozens and dozens of people that have been spending months working on this fantastic update. It creates this really interesting mechanism that has the whole Riot staff totally addicted to it and wanting to play it constantly. We think our players will really enjoy it as well. The Dominion map looks fantastic. It's by far and away the best map we've ever made. The entire map feels alive, things are moving, all the capture points are totally differentiated from each other. It's not mirrored like Summoner's Rift and Twisted Treeline.
The look and feel is really trying to create this world that's alive. A lot of the capture points will have landmarks, and each of those landmarks will be in some way slowly moving or animating. For instance, some of the lifts in one of the capture points are going to slowly bring up these minerals and crystals, and you got the windmill slowly churning with all its gears and the magic driving it. We're trying to create kind of a story within a story. Pretty much create some kind of production line of these crystals being processed and turned into a usable source of magic.
Here we have the new map, and what I'm doing is going through and populating some of these islands you see in here and lighting them. And you can adjust the intensity, the radius, and slide them around, and you get real-time lighting anywhere you want to go. We have a lot of particles that we're going to be placing that add more life to. For instance, we also have torches and ground fog and things like that, so a lot of things moving around.
The audio team really saw it as a big opportunity to take the music in League of Legends to the next level. We want to kind of keep it in that fantasy vein that really fits, but we want to have an edge to it. We looked at the map and we kind of thought of elements that we could bring in from the world around that you would actually hear and bring it into the music. So when the music's playing, you'll actually hear anvil hits and all these different kind of things that really brings the map to life. We set up an interactive music system so that the music actually responds to the current status of the game, and it reacts to what's going on between the two teams. As the teams get closer and closer to victory, the music gets more epic and intense as we kind of build to this final climactic battle. I think that the first time players hear the music in Dominion, they're going to be incredibly excited because it's a whole new big epic experience of League of Legends that we haven't been able to deliver before.
Things look fantastic, but we also really maintained the style that we love and that our players love. It's a massive update. It's really innovative. It's extremely fun. It's very fast-paced. Every strategic capture point is totally different. The background art in the environment is done at a much higher level than we've done before. It has a lot of great detail that enhances the experience but doesn't detract from the gameplay, and I think our players are going to love it.
Dominion was really, really fun, really fast-paced.
It's really awesome. I just played it and it was just so much of fun.
Dominion is a new game mode for League of Legends and is played on an all-new map called the Crystal Scar. The goal of Dominion is to capture and hold the 5 capture points around the map. If you control more capture points than your opponents, you will continuously damage the enemy nexus, taking it from 500 health to 0 and to victory. At the start of the game, you'll be placed on the summoning platform with your team. Both teams are held in this location to give you time to plan your strategies and build options. All players are given a couple of free levels and more gold than on Summoner's Rift or Twisted Treeline, so you can get right into your build. Another change from classic League of Legends is that all champions constantly gain significant gold and experience outside of killing minions and champions. So you'll be able to run around, assassinate enemies, claim capture points, or even die, and still keep up in levels and items. Speaking of items, a select few have been removed, while new items have been introduced to match the faster pace of Dominion. These new items are highlighted by a golden border. Similarly, the removed items are crossed out. Finally, there is also a map-wide aura that affects all the players, giving them tweaked stats to match the new gameplay. Hover over the tooltip when you start your next game to get a feel for your new capabilities. The point of Dominion is to claim the capture points around the map. To do so, simply right-click on the point and your champion will begin to channel. You can see your progress by the glow surrounding it. Green means you control the point, red means it's controlled by the enemy, and gray means the point is neutralized and is controlled by no one. Capture points naturally defend themselves against assaulting minions and champions. However, while a champion is channeling on a capture point, the turret is disarmed. If multiple champions channel on a capture point, it will be captured more rapidly. However, if an enemy champion attacks you, your channel is interrupted. Minions spawn from capture points you control and assault adjacent enemy-controlled capture points. If your minions reach an enemy-controlled or neutralized point, they will begin to damage and capture it for your team. You do not need to push with minions in order to claim a capture point, but they can rapidly increase the rate at which you do. The Crystal Scar is host to a number of buffs that either team can acquire. Health relics respawn in fixed locations. Any champion may walk over one to consume the relic and regain a small amount of health. Speed shrines persist in various locations around the map. Any champion who walks through a speed shrine is given a temporary movement speed buff. Finally, 2 greater relics spawn every few minutes in the center of the map. You may only capture the greater relic available to your team. You absorb this relic just like you claim a capture point. Right-click on it and your champion will channel until it has been absorbed. Like with capture points, being attacked will cancel your channel. Once you absorb the greater relic, your champion is given a recharging shield and damages enemies you attack every few seconds. League of Legends Dominion also contains capture point objectives, or quests. Every few minutes, both teams are given an objective. In this case, my team must capture the drill before my opponents capture the windmill. Successfully completing the quest will remove your opponent's quest and give your team a number of benefits. For example, completing this objective will damage the enemy nexus by 20 health and gives my team a buff called Mark of the Conqueror. This buff increases my team's damage by 10%. League of Legends Dominion also introduces a new stat called Personal Score. Performing actions that help your team, such as claiming a capture point, killing an enemy champion, or interrupting an opponent's capture, will raise your score. Kills, deaths, assists, points captured, and points neutralized are still tracked individually, but they're rolled into one easy-to-read stat called Personal Score. I'm pushing the refinery as Mordekaiser. Kog'Maw immediately tries to stop us, so I walk around the point until I engage with Kayle. The entire enemy defense is full of ranged champions, so I have to fight them off the point before I can capture. I turn on to Kog'Maw, then Orianna, as I try to stop their pressure. Once Orianna falls, Jarvan joins the fight, but after making him retreat, I stop fighting him and instead neutralize the point. By sending the Ghost of Kayle to chase him, we keep him from interfering until the point has been neutralized. When he returns, Tryndamere breaks off to kill him, and I capture the refinery.
Get ready for an entirely new way to play League of Legends, featuring an all-new map that creates a gameplay experience unlike anything else. Welcome to Dominion. You're constantly on the run, capturing and defending points to completely crush your opponents. Let me show you what I mean. I'm pushing the bottom lane as Mordekaiser. Now the turret gets hit by Garrison by Kog'Maw. I'm going to try to push him around, so I use Promote as well, and they're beating down that turret. It will nullify that point. Now I'm fighting Kayle at the top of the map, going to kill her, going for Kog'Maw next. He's dropping down, but we have 4 on this turret, trying to kill Orianna, just trying to push her around and take that point. Now Jarvan alone versus 4, trying to keep his turret alive. It's still going up right now, but we're pushing down, and I'm going to take that one down. It's been hit by another Garrison. It's getting channeled on now, and that will be neutralized. You can see Jax at the bottom of the map going to neutralize a point for himself as well. They've been aced. We're going to turn this into a 5-0 capture situation. Taking all 5 points of the map is going to be a huge advantage for us. I pop my spells on Kayle, trying to push her back, trying to get her away from that point. It's not been captured yet, but it has been nullified, trying to get them away. Jax comes in to help out as well. And now we're going to push to the bottom left of the map. 22-5 is the score. I'm trying to push down onto Kog'Maw. Jax channeling on that point, trying to nullify it at the last possible second, but Kog'Maw lands his ultimate, securing his team the game as the Nexus ticks down.